Glorified Gutsy Gaming. I'm Jake, and today we are unboxing Neuroshima Hex 3.0. Looks like it won the Best Polish Designer game in 2007. It's a 2 to 4 player game for 30 minutes long, 8 and up, and it says play solo with the Hex puzzle cards. So I guess we'll see that soon. Flip this over. Choose your spot for an HQ and charge the enemy. Board games that tell stories. A fast, tactical board game for 2 to 4 players set in the post-apocalyptic world. Command one of 4 factions: mutants, machines, gangs, and soldiers. Learn the features of your warriors, use the weak points of your enemy, be ready to change your tactics. You don't need to read the rulebook, watch it played. And then there's this section here with the play solo with the Hex puzzle cards. And then use these advantages: quickness, firepower, melee, and mobility. And this is from Portal Games. It's a tight one. Alright, we've got our quite hefty looking rulebook that they insist on us skipping. We've got bonus content on the back. Contents of the box: Hegemony army tiles, Borgo army tiles, HQ tokens, net tokens, wound tokens, damage counters, reference charts, placement tiles, hex puzzles, outpost army tiles, Moloch army tiles, and the game board that I'm going to look at next. Goal of the game, this is what I wanted to check out. The goal of each player is to attack the enemy's headquarters. At the beginning of the game, each HQ has 20 hit points. If during the game an HQ loses its last hit point...
Something's happening!
Alright, continuing. If at the end of the game none of the HQs have been destroyed, the players compare their current hit point levels for each one. The player whose HQ is in the best condition is the winner. If during the game an HQ loses its last hit point, it is destroyed and the player does not take part in the game anymore. So it sounds like there's some player elimination here. And there's setup and starting. Got our rules, tile descriptions, common problems. That seems like it would be helpful. The multiplayer game, so they've got a section for 3 players and for 4 players. Then army descriptions for each faction. Example of play. "51st State. Explore the world of Neuroshima." So I guess there's an app. Sounds like there's some extra things for this. Alright. We'll take a look at this board now. Well, it's not nearly as big as I thought. We've got some bags and some little plastic bits for our health meters. That makes sense. And then we've got our hex puzzles, which I think are for the single player mode. And then, well, these punch out, so these are all tiles, so it looks like the army and all those tokens that we talked about for all the factions. And this looks like a written description for the armies for each of them. There's one for each color. And then more tokens for those. And then I guess we'll look through these hex tiles. Don't know anything about it, but it's in the box, so let's take a look. I could open plastic, that would be helpful. Even with a knife, struggling. There we go, I think I got it now. Okay, so there's different tile layouts with numbers. And then I guess like a win condition on the back. And then this card says, I forgot to name this one. I guess they all have names except for this one. And I forgot about the description. Sorry, I'm in a hurry all the time and it flew out of my head. Really, I promise we'll fix it in the next edition. That doesn't really thrill me. We've got Bazinga, a wall of steel, bolts and nuts. Outpost manages to work up a considerable force sometimes. Blue Doom. I think I got stuck. Sliding puzzle. Medic. Funny exchange. Battle welder's kit. Counting opportunities that got away from you. Forrest Gump. Kings of Speed. Move the Move. Advanced divisions and demolitions, or diversions. Random puzzle tile. Thou'st raised tiny arm against thy father, or thy arm against thy father. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dragons. Cyborgization. Sounds fun. The weakest link. Killer headache. 3. 32 equals 2 to the power of 5. Fight fire with itself. All it takes is one good punch. I don't know what this says, or why something really suck. When one just isn't enough. Organized immobilization. Don't even think about excuse me, quitting. Nutcracking. No guns allowed beyond this point. Tinfoil animals. Mutants aren't necessarily insensitive. MMORPG. Connecting to another server. Multiplayer. Our workforce is under attack. It's only your business not to be late. We all fail eventually. Where machine guns nest. That scary thing that fires in lines. But the green boys deserve it too. Let's give the Borgos some love. It is actually the first real thing here. And just in case everything else fails, old hegemonian trickery, no grenades from under a net, mastering the art of steel and oil, outpostly shenanigans, Doctor, are you sure this will work? The great Renaissance of fishermen, instantaneously instantaneous, full support included, and easy out there. So I'd say that there's a lot of variability just within this deck itself. Let me see if there's any difference between these player aids before we sign off. Okay, so these are all unique. So I guess if you were to buy more factions, like it mentioned, that these boards are all unique and all have different effects. Looks like they have different weapons and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Alright, that's been everything inside and on the box. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.